Hi, thanks for clicking on my blog. Once again, this is Larry Baker, certified level 2 sommelier and senior wine and spirits consultant for ABC Fine Wine and Spirits in Florida. I've told you that many times when you buy wine, you should go by flavor profile and budget. But yet, that's not working a lot of the times. A lot of my customers or guests are willing to try something by that, not by grape name, not by brand name, but a lot of them aren't. So I decided today's vlog entry would be, let's meet in the middle. At least if you want to go by grapes, let's try a different expression of those grapes in a different style, where you're getting a more pure form of the grape that you're asking for. But for instance, if you liked this wine, this has nothing to do. This is a blend from a true blend from Argentina. I'm only showing you this because if you happen to like this wine, which I love, at $19.99, it's 64% Malbec on this vintage, 15% Cabernet, blended with 4% Petit Verdot, 6% Syrah, and 6% Merlot. So are you going to go to a restaurant and say, could you, excuse me, Mr. Sommelier, or excuse me, Mr. Wine Expert in the retail shop, where do you keep your 64% Malbecs blended with 15% Cabernets? And what I really like is a little Petit Verdot, a little Merlot, and a little bit Syrah. It's impossible. But if you say, I like a deep, dark red wine, and I don't care where it comes from, and I want to spend about 20 bucks, you can find a wine like this. But you're not going to find it by asking for grapes or by brand name. Besides the fact we talked about in California or in America, they only require 75% of the grape you're asking for anyway. Cabernet, 75%. Merlot, minimum 75%. Only Oregon does 100% all the time Pinot Noir. But we're going to meet halfway. This is compromise day. Different expressions. I'm sure you recognize this, many of you, right? Michael and David Vineyards, I think they sold, but it's a Zinfandel, okay? In the $18-19 project, why not try the real Zinfandel, the original Zinfandel? Primitivo di Mendoria. Primitivo means primitive. It's the original old vine Zins. They've even done DNA testing in the University of Davis in California, and the Italians were always telling the truth. The true Zin, the real grandfather to the grape Zinfandel, is Primitivo. Soon, many California bottlings will be calling it not Zinfandel, it'll be Seven Deadly Primitivos. So try Primitivo di Mendoria, $18.99, made by a fifth-generation winemaker, Gregory Perucci. Let's move on. Merlot. Everybody says, I want a Merlot. Okay, but if they look at this, Chateau Ferret Lambert 2012 from Gray's Yak, they're not going to drink it. But it's 90% Merlot from the right bank of Bordeaux. It's a Bordeaux Superior, not too far from Saint-Emilion, and 10% Cabernet. Merlot, but a totally less sugar-fied version than what you've been drinking. It might actually get you to like Merlot again. Option, and we got a lot to cover here today. I'm sure you recognize grapes like this from New Zealand. Very popular brand names of New Zealand, Sauvignon Blanc. Why not go to the epitome, to the benchmark in the Loire Valley? In the Loire Valley, where where the grape originated, it's considered some of the most elegant, finest Sauvignon Blanc. New Zealand style is very grassy, very grapefruity, very acidic. And here you can get minerals and more elegant style of Pinot Noir. Two towns that come to mind in Loire Valley. This is Jonathan Didier Pabillot, Puy-Fumé. That's the village. Puy-Fumé, 100% Sauvignon Blanc. Some of these French labels are actually putting on the back label Sauvignon Blanc, so Americans will say, what the heck grape is Puy-Fumé? Sauvignon Blanc at its finest. Well, maybe not at its finest, because we also have the town of Sancerre. This is from Guinot. This is Les Clos Chardier Sancerre, again the village, 100% of the most elegant Chardonnay, or rather Sauvignon Blanc, that you've ever tasted in your life. And a Les Clos is an enclosed vineyard. So this is an enclosed vineyard, $18.99, and you're drinking Sauvignon Blanc, in my opinion, at its most elegant, with its most finesse, with its most complexity. So you could order by Grape, but you wouldn't know to look for these areas unless you talk to a wine expert. Let's say you were drinking expensive Napa Chardonnays in the $40, $50 price range. I have a wonderful couple in from Peru, and they've been coming in here buying all Napa Valley, Carnero, Russian River Valley in the $50, $60 bottle. Finally, I tried to teach them the lesson. Burgundy is not a grape. It is a region, and the number one benchmark grape, white. There's Alagate, but forget about that. That's minor. The white grape, no matter what the town, it's the town that they label in the region of Burgundy, is Chardonnay. And this is a $56 bottle that she's been cleaning me out. It's also Grand Cru from the best vineyards in Chablis, one of the best vineyards, and they don't make a lot of it. This is Moutard Diligent. This is elegant Chardonnay. If you're going to spend on Napa, where they're blending and they're high alcohol, they're over oaking and all that vanilla syrup, this is elegant Chardonnay. She hasn't bought anything from California since she tried this wonderful Grand Cru. They have a Premier Cru and a Village wine. The Village Chablis is only $17.99. But anything that is white from Burgundy, 99.9% except Alagate, is Chardonnay. So why drink a Chardonnay that's Burgundian in style when you could drink a real Burgundy? And that's it. Let's move on. Pinot Noir. Right? They're drinking Pinot Noirs in California that are blended with Shiraz. Some of them, without mentioning brands, are mixed with Riesling, Chenin Blanc, Gewürztraminer, Chardonnay, all sweet, lots of sugar as Chardonnays. Most of your California brands, I don't care how much they cost, are usually blending some form of other grape. And even though, no matter what cooler climate they come from, it's not as cool as Oregon Pinot Noir, why not go to the red grape of Burgundy? Get a Bourgogne. It's Pinot Noir. Burgundy only has, when it comes from many different villages, they just call it a Bourgogne, and a Bourgogne is Pinot Noir. If it comes from a village like Pomard or Volnay, it'll say the name of the village, but for $20, instead of buying something that's blended, drink a real Pinot Noir, the original Pinot Noir, the benchmark of Pinot Noir. Drink a red Burgundy. Let's move on. Syrah, we all know it as Petite Syrah. No, I just threw that in as a trick name because Petite Syrah is not a baby Syrah. It's spelled S-I-R-A-H. So what you want is a Syrah, which is also Shiraz, and also a different style in Australian. So don't ever think when you're in the Syrah section and see a Petite Syrah, there is no relationship. But, oops, wrong way. See, got to screw it up. We don't edit. Crow's Hermitage. And on the back, yes, if you can see that, it says somewhere in there 100% Syrah, because they have to tell you. But it is Syrah, $17.99, and you're drinking 100% dark, black, lots of minerals, tar, licorice Syrah. Different form. Then, I think we covered all of that. Just for fun, when you want a light, crisp white wine or red wine, there are wines that are in the $7, $8 that are not going to have any of the grapes that you know. And one of my favorite, if you're one of those drinkers and you're a Pinot Grigio drinker or a Sauvignon Blanc drinker from New Zealand, and you want something everyday drinking, Domaine de Joie. You would normally not pick up this bottle from the Côte de Gascogne in France because it's Colombard Ugni Blanc. Ugni Blanc is one of the grapes they use to make cognac. This is from the Pyrenees Mountains in France. It's also Gros Mansang. There's a little bit of Sauvignon, 10%. $7.99, refreshing, fruit forward, no oak, clean, just a delicious pool sipper, or goes with everything wine. So we have a table full of wines that are all the grapes you know and ask for, but They don't say them on the bottles. You have to ask ABC wine and spirit specialists like myself, or whatever store you go to, or as many have been doing, just by following this blog, you can have access to me 24/7, 365 days a week by just putting your email address in. You get my phone number. I must have gotten calls from Miami in restaurants, in Denver, Colorado, Savannah, Georgia, Canada, people asking me for wine advice, taking pictures of the wine list, what rosé should I offer, order, what Syrah should I offer, and I usually go for the best that they can find off of that wine list. And you could do that too. So follow, put your email address. It's free, and so are my services for the rest of my living days. And if you're in an ABC near me, come and see me in Sunrise, Florida. If you're local in the state of Florida, check us out at www.abcfws.com. So let's compromise. Order, even though there's 450,000 grapes that make wine. If you want to go with great names, where's your Sauvignon Blanc? Where's your Pinot Noir? Where's your Red Zinfandel? Where's your Syrah? Let's try and get a different expression of that grape from where they originated from, in a more elegant style. Until I see you again next time, try different things, try wines from different areas. That's what makes it fun. And everybody here, have yourself a grape day. See you soon here.